Then when I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, JiDion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
Hold on, man. They talking about JiDion got exposed.
EDP445 documentary came out. This is another huge documentary under the belt of Mike Klum, who also did one about Boogie just a few years ago. And in this documentary, I would say a large focus of it was directed at the 2 attempted sting operations.
Hey, don't tell me JiDion, bro. Don't tell me he on the same type time EDP on, bro. Don't tell me you on the same type time EDP on, bro. Hey, what, bro? You doing all them type videos, nigga? You're talking about a predator? And you helping EDP? Hey, hold on real quick. We don't even know real quick.
Which inevitably brought to light his desire to sleep with underage children. Now, the documentary is an hour and a half long, so yesterday I made a video compiling all of the important bits. It's about 30 minutes long. If you want to take a look at that video, I'll put a link up here. But we're focused today on one of those 2 sting operations, because it brings to light a lot of stuff that people maybe weren't super aware of. And because there was so much new information and they framed it really well, I figured it was important to dedicate an entire video to this subject, and that, of course, is being JiDion. Unlike the initial attempted sting operation that was also botched by an individual named Alex Rosen, the thing that set JiDion's attempt apart was the fact that instead of using a decoy or pretending to be an underage individual trying to communicate with EDP, they had an actual child. EDP was able to connect with this girl through JiDion's Discord server after receiving an invite to the Discord.
When EDP joined my Discord, when he was about to do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord, right? And in her Discord, she has her Instagram.
Yo, so what are you talking about, bro? You was the one who set this up, bro. What are you talking about, bro? He talking about she had her Instagram and her. Hey, what is he talking about, y'all?
With this girl through JiDion's Discord server after receiving an invite to the Discord.
When EDP joined my Discord, when he was about to do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord, right? And in her Discord, she has her Instagram. So EDP, being the Rizzler that he is, he slides into her DMs and he initiates contact with her.
To get this started, though, I'm going to show you clips from the documentary that are relevant to what we're talking about.
These niggas so corny, bro. Hey, it's just like the bald niggas, bro. Like, they be so weird. Like, you gotta watch them niggas, bro. Like, JiDion, EDP, bro, you gotta watch them type niggas, bro. Because what is that?
And to start off, I want to introduce you to Kayla. She's now 18, but at the time, she was 15 years old.
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant.
For real?
I first replied to EDP because I always reply to anyone who messages me. And
bro, what do you mean, bro? What do you mean you reply to anyone that message you, bro? Nah, you don't reply to anyone that message you. What type of crazy shit is you talking about? This a movie
EDP
or something?
Because I always reply to anyone who messages me, and sooner rather than later he started sending very flirtatious messages.
Just fucking away your innocence, showing you how a real man does it.
A while later, JiDion added EDP into his Discord, filled with kids, for a Q&A.
What, man?
And then...
Man, what did he say to her?
When I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, JiDion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
Now, if you don't know who JiDion is, he is effectively just one of these other predator catcher
creators.
We
gotta see that EDP documentary.
Streams, does some other stuff. Used to be a very big prank channel, and then he pivoted to this content. Has been very successful for him. Recently, he was arrested and made a fool of himself, clearly kind of egoing out. There is a link to that here too.
EDP is a whole clown, bro. Why would you be texting her that, bro? You was like 50, 60 years old, bro. Like, I thought, like, how is he still getting talked about, bro? Like, bro, like, huh? I thought, like, he was banned from everything in life. After that,
if you want to get more informed, but he also introduces himself in this documentary. A lot of people are upset with JiDion in this situation, not only because there was a child who was effectively victimized by EDP445 and what they did, but the fact that they were cool with letting this happen and using her as the person to, you know, try to help get EDP caught here. for the sake of content. I'm explaining this now so you guys can understand where people are coming from when you watch the next few clips here. But now here is JiDion introducing himself and a bit of, I guess, his side of the story.
But everybody on the internet knows me as JiDion.
All right, come on.
Yeah, this is like right when I saw the information,
JiDion.
I was like, you know what?
You weird too. You just like EDP.
I want to make sure that I don't screw it up.
No, act
I
like
hit
that.
up Skeet because he knows and he's actually gotten people prosecuted before.
My name is Skeeter Jean, also known as Skeet Hansen. I am a professional Chris Hansen impersonator on YouTube.
And I continued messaging him because it was very like encouraged.
This seemed like
for
a
me
movie.
to keep doing it.
Hold on.
I didn't really want to, but I didn't want to disappoint anybody.
What?
Because he sent me videos saying that he was gonna shoot me and kill me if I ever said anything.
See, Kayla, don't mean to scare you, but now I have to fucking shoot your ass. I have to critically injure you and possibly put you in the fucking hospital. It's not.
What? Nah, this can't be real, bro. EDP, man, you were a weirdo.
Worse.
Not gonna
Not
lie.
only that, I have to kill every.
Now, this already sounds bad enough,
to
and
kill
I
it?
feel
What?
like the documentary, although it does do a good job of outlining what happened and kind of the order at which it happened, a few weeks ago, an individual creator by the name of Turkey Tom, they
is crazy,
coincidentally
huh?
had a video about JiDion titled The Dumbest Predator Catcher on YouTube. And in this video, they have information that really helps
dumbest predator
understand
catcher.
the situation, but also how JiDion was feeling mentally about what was going on. And to make it clear, for example, the first thing I want to show you from Tom's video here is JiDion straight up admitting and recognizing that he directly invited EDP into his public Discord that had plenty of children in it,
Okay.
was the reason that
Why did he
EDP
do
was
that?
able to find this girl, Kayla, that
Why did he invite all of them into his Discord?
he would go on to message and that they would use to try to get him in a sting.
But the stream that we were supposed to do with EDP when I was going to do that interview with him,
He
that
even
was
weirder
the
though.
catalyst for all of this to start. When EDP joined my Discord,
What is it with these bald niggas, man?
when he was about to do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord, right? And in her Discord, she has her Instagram. So EDP, being the Rizzler that he is, he slides into her DMs and he initiates contact with her.
He goes on to say this makes them both happy and sad at the same time.
I'm sad to report. No, actually, I'm happy / sad to report.
Bro, what are you
but
talking
he
about?
slid in an actual girl's DMs. Like, no joke. The girl is legit 50 years old, and he slid in her DMs. I'm not gonna lie. I low-key put EDP on, chat. I'm sorry.
What?
I two-mans with EDP.
Yo.
If it wasn't for me trying to do the interview with him, he would have never found her
Wait, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Is he trolling? Huh?
Discord, and he would have never found her IG.
What am I hearing right
Kind of
now?
a crazy hoo-hoo ha-ha to say that you effectively helped EDP and two-manned an, at the time, 15-year-old. I don't really know a world where you kind of get away with that as a hoo-hoo ha-ha, especially when there is literally a victim here that you are referencing and talking about. And as Tom points out in his video, it seems like JiDion has no understanding of the intensity or the severity of the claims that he's effectively admitting to here. But not only that, I want to jump back over to the documentary because they make mention, Kayla does, as to the fact that JiDion and his team were actively encouraging her to engage with EDP and, you know, not stopping her from interacting with EDP as she is a literal victim here and is not a decoy, not an adult, none of these things.
I feel like I was a
Alright.
victim of EDP, but I
was.
think I was mainly a victim. This is gonna sound crazy, but mainly a victim of JiDion
Yo.
in a way. I feel like for
Wait,
a long
hold
time
on.
I was his like little puppet.
In what way were you his puppet?
I feel like I was his puppet because I was just like kind of doing the things he demanded me to do. I feel like
Wait, what are you talking about?
I am a victim of JiDion because he encouraged me to keep talking to a pedophile.
Every single time we would talk to
He
her,
did,
I would
though.
ask her if she's okay.
He did though. I mean, you can't lie.
Good? Like, I want to make sure you're okay, because I know like this could be really. You sure you're good?
She was like, no, I'm okay. I want to get him arrested.
I told JiDion every single time that EDP would send me dick pics But he would never tell me to like block him or anything.
I want you to block him on your phone, right?
But we would tell her, if you're gonna keep on talking to him, don't talk sexual, and please don't send any
You shouldn't be
explicit
talking to him at all. What is going on right now? What is they talking about?
photos.
Now, it may have been included in one of the earlier clips there, but Kayla claimed that JiDion knew very quickly about what was going on because his manager told him.
So JiDion, he the main suspect, bro. It's not even EDP whole time JiDion, bro. JiDion behind EDP, bro, huh? He got millions of subscribers, bro. Y'all might as well cancel him
About
out.
it because she had reached out to him. Now, you also saw that there was a bit of pushback on JiDion, and Kayla had also made a claim that JiDion had never told her to block him, and we see the counter to that very clearly with some of the evidence that I'm assuming JiDion presented to counter that. And while the documentary doesn't include a rebuttal to JiDion's claims that they were, telling her, hey, don't do anything, explicit, don't do anything like that, we actually have verbatim from the moderator / potentially manager of JiDion, a full telling of what he told Kayla to do, how he told her to talk to EDP, and he said to lead him on.
JiDion says the way he found out about EDP messaging Kayla was from one of his Discord moderators, a guy called Inside. Inside sent a message to JiDion that he had contacted Kayla. According to Inside, the Discord moderator who contacted EDP about the sting, he actually gave Kayla some advice on how to go about communicating with EDP.
So happy that this worked out, bro.
Wait, here, Inside.
So happy this worked
Oh,
out.
yeah, give
So
me
everybody
some advice,
doesn't think, I paid this girl. Can you tell them what happened?
Okay, so basically, Kayla messages me whenever he starts DMing her, and she's like, yo, EDP is DMing me. And so we got on a call, and I was like, first off, make sure you tell your parents, tell the police, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then I was like, yo, I have a fire idea for a video. What if you just lead him on for a little bit, so that and then I'll tell JiDion all about this, and maybe JiDion can get an IRL interview with EDP because he ghosted us on the online one.
Hey, child. Hey,
Kid, what if you message the file?
Bro, what are you talking about?
that'll be a fire video,
bro?
dude.
No, bro, you not getting it though. Like you taking it too far, bro. What is dude talking about? He don't know what he's talking about.
Dude, the sting.
I have a fire idea for a video.
Just lead him on a little bit, man. What if you just lead him
Not the
on for a little
point.
bit?
Now, again, this information isn't actually present in the documentary, and I don't blame them. Their main focus was on EDP445, not on JiDion and how he handled
Everybody suspects on here.
this situation. But I really can't disagree with Tom's assessment of this. This is actually insane how they all seem to be cool with it, and not only cool with it, but his moderator saw this happening and was like, oh, bingo, fire video idea. And the fact that JiDion doesn't recognize how serious this situation is like horrifying. And I think a lot of people see this as really showing
I mean, like JiDion is as weird as EDP
JiDion's
now.
motivations for why he wanted to catch EDP. It wasn't to help victims, it was for fire content. But moving on from this subject, we also have another incident which is kind of...
I don't know, man. I feel like them people be weird too that be catching the predators too, man. But hey, cause hey, man, I feel like they weird too. I feel like they the same people. That's why they be catching them. But hey, if you don't agree,
at
man,
odds
I don't know,
how
man.
Kayla claims
That's
things
just what
went
I feel
down
like.
versus how JiDion versus how EDP claims things happened. And that has to do with nude photographs that were sent to EDP. He firmly believes that they were actually sent from Kayla. Kayla claims that actually these photos that were sent had her face superimposed on an adult's body.
No, I did not send EDP any pictures of me that were nude. What did happen when he asked
That's like a horror story, bro. What the hell going on? buddy? What
was
they
that JiDion got like a lookalike of me, and I kind of photoshopped her face into Google pictures.
Okay.
And she told me something about like her like looking up like something in photoshopping, and I was like, okay, no, like do not do that. To my knowledge, I never knew that she actually sent anything because I never seen any images of that, but she sent something explicit.
Yeah, Kayla Hoskins actually sent me a picture of her tits. She didn't Photoshop a goddamn thing. She literally sent me fucking nudes of her fucking tits. I feel like she's a fucking scam artist. I feel like she's a bitch.
Now, this is...
What? Hey man, you were a weirdo.
This is where
man.
things
You
get
can't say
a little
that to people.
weird, and there
Can't say that to nobody.
there is a bit of a distrust with Kayla as a reliable witness or a reliable narrator, I should say. Now, not only is there a discrepancy here of apparently her claiming that JiDion had sent her photos of a look-alike to her that she had imposed her face onto, but JiDion also denies ever, knowing of this happening. Could she have meant a member of the team, like the moderator that had first talked to her and said that she should lead on EDP? Potentially, but that is just speculation. And EDP here is just claiming that it's for sure her, which, we don't know. And it wouldn't necessarily make sense based off of, the people's testimony here that she would have sent legitimate photos to him. But with this little degree of uncertainty, the first thing that I want to show you is her back in Turkey Tom's video. She had put out a video addressing everything and kind of coming out about the fact that she was involved with this before JiDion's video had ever come out, where she claims that they prevented her from going to the police, which directly contradicts what
Prevented her from going to the police. Shit. Fuck, man. Hey, how did they prevent her to go from going to the police, man? What they talking about?
JiDion's moderator was saying that he was telling her to go to the police, go to her parents, etc.
Kayla claims that JiDion and Inside and whoever else was involved advised her against going to the police because they wanted their content to be better.
They weren't.
Should she be on stream now talking about this or something? Cause it's like a gaming chair right there or something. Cause hey, how long was this ago? Cause I think they said this was I don't know though. I don't know when it happened. Hey, how long was this?
Allowing me to go to the police station 2 months prior because it would have ruined their content.
Now, I have no evidence that this specific claim is true, and as a result, I'm not going to take this one and run with it.
So obviously, towards the tail end,
Ruined
there, you
their
heard
content.
that Tom was also
That's crazy.
can't
They
confirm
grown men.
these claims specifically, and that's because Kayla doesn't really seem to have a story straight in regard to how this entire situation went down. Remember when I mentioned earlier that EDP had reached out and effectively slid into Kayla's DMs and started the messaging first? Well, apparently that wasn't the case. And again, in Tom's video, there's actually a comment that was left.
Wait, so he didn't slide her DMs and she did it to him?
By that
So
moderator that we had mentioned earlier in question, where he clarifies that apparently multiple of Kayla's friends had reached out after her video was released, claiming that she had sent screenshots to them showing her messaging EDP first, which again, it's a big no-no, and it's why the Alex Rosenstein attempt on EDP445 ended up falling flat. The person that you are trying to catch here has to be the person that reaches out and makes that first move.
JiDion initially stated that
it really don't matter. EDP, he still went with it, bro.
sought out Kayla in the first place.
He slid in an actual 50 DMs.
She showed me the chat logs and he messaged her first, so.
But according to this comment that Inside left, Kayla apparently sent messages to EDP first. Several of her friends contacted us afterward and told us that Kayla had shown screenshots that showed her hitting up EDP first. She basically begged us to let her.
It's like a police documentary, boy. I feel like we in motherfucking class or something watching
be a decoy
something.
for a video for clout. This obviously stands in stark contrast to what he said on JiDion's stream, and it makes me think he probably just lied here to cover his tracks, because in his mind, if Kayla messaged EDP first, then ultimately he was just taking what was presented to him instead of encouraging her to maintain contact.
So this is getting very messy now. Obviously now we have this moderator who is making directly opposite claims from where he was on stream, saying that yes, he's the one that messaged her first, but now in the message he's claiming the direct opposite of that is what happened, and he was reached out to by her friends claiming this. Now all of this is pretty confusing, and if you remember back to JiDion claiming that he had initially, EDP had found her Instagram through her Discord profile when he had joined onto JiDion's server. Except this doesn't necessarily add up with Kayla's testimony for how they first started messaging. Now, when they first introduced Kayla in this documentary, she starts with saying,
hold on, some ain't right though, y'all. Something ain't right though, y'all. Something ain't adding up, bro. Y'all feel me though? Something adding up. Something ain't adding up, man.
That she had received an Instagram DM
it don't make sense
from EDP. Except shortly after this in the documentary, she brings up that later after this Instagram DM, JiDion added EDP to the Discord, which doesn't make any sense. How could EDP have messaged Kayla prior to joining the Discord if he had found her Instagram through her Discord bio?
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant. A while later, JiDion added EDP into his Discord, filled with kids, for a Q&A. And
man, JiDion, man. They should have been on you like that, just like they was like EDP a few years ago. They shouldn't have been doing you like that, man. Cause look, you behind all this, and you can encourage him to do it, man. Cause look, how did he even get her Instagram and what? Who hit who up first, man? I think she did. I don't know.
then when I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, JiDion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
Now, I don't know why JiDion would have outlined a different situation happening. Maybe that was just to his understanding what had happened. But again, this has just gotten so messy that we can't really rely on anybody's narration of events or their perspective of how things went down, because just about everyone here has contradicted themselves in very serious ways. This claim the moderator makes that some of Kayla's friends had reached out saying that actually she had sent screenshots of her messaging them first. I don't really know if we can even trust this moderator, since they were saying the direct opposite, that he had seen the chat logs and EDP had messaged her first. Maybe he thought that would just make a better video. Don't really, again, know who to trust.
Wait,
and to
so
culminate
what,
towards the end of the
Hey,
documentary
mixing
segment
it up,
talking
bro.
about Kayla, they show a list of
mixing it
different
up, bro.
accusations that Kayla has made against JiDion, and it's interesting. So just to kind of run through them as they're shown on screen here, other claims made by Kayla. JiDion is a scam artist. JiDion is being controlled by the Illuminati. JiDion is friends with multiple PDF files. EDP is under investigation by the Department of Justice.
JiDion is
EDP has a computer
being controlled by the Illuminati. Is he, y'all? Hey, man, I think he saw this or something, bro. I don't know what's
full
going
of
on.
CSAM. EDP owns illegal firearms. EDP has been victimizing another teen for over a year.
What?
JiDion
He own illegal firearms. What type of firearms he got, bro?
lied to Kayla's mom about the use of a
Hey,
decoy.
man.
EDP is being investigated for drug crimes. EDP is currently victimizing another
Hey, huh? Why do they have FaZe Rug in here, man? What are they talking about? What,
minor.
man?
JiDion's friends caused EDP's victims to lose their jobs. JiDion tried to silence Kayla for criticizing him. FaZe Rug didn't intervene to stop Kayla from messaging EDP. JiDion refused to let Kayla go to the police before the content was captured. Skeeter Jean and JiDion apparently attempted to taint evidence. JiDion uses Christianity to cover his tracks. JiDion quit YouTube because of the EDP situation, and JiDion hates Jake Paul. So obviously, some of these are a bit weirder than others, like JiDion being controlled by the Illuminati, and also being friends with PDF files. And just shortly before this segment, she says that she has evidence to go against JiDion, but is scared to show it because she's fearful of how his audience is going to, like, come after her.
I have proof. I'm just too scared.
Oh, no, bro. They did not just mention FaZe Rug. What does he have to do with that? What? Bro, no, bro. Chill out, bro. Hold on,
To
bro.
show the proof because JiDion has a big audience, and I don't want them to attack me, but I could show some of the proof. Proof of
What?
him kind of encouraging it.
Now, in no uncertain terms, she has said that she believes
What
she is a
proof?
victim of JiDion more than EDP. If there are any reasons for someone's audience to go after you, it would be going on to a documentary where you openly talk about and criticize the
Where's your
actions
proof,
of
man?
the person that they watch. It truly just doesn't make
I think she got some proof. I think she do,
sense
though.
to not come forward with
ain't
this
lying,
evidence
man.
if
She
you
ain't-
really have it. So from my perspective, it just doesn't make any sense at all that she would be holding back this evidence, because if anything, it would help support her and would also help dissuade an audience from, you know, completely jumping on and calling her a liar or anything if she had evidence to back up her claims. Now, I really want to make this clear. Kayla absolutely was a victim in this situation. She was a child that was engaging with EDP, was messaging back and forth, received those photos, those nude photographs of EDP, and much worse, and engaged in talking with him. He had attempted to groom her. She was also 15 years old at the time. And I want to make it clear that I'm not disputing this. She absolutely
crazy. She was
is
only
a victim
15.
here. However, that doesn't mean that she hasn't been
15
very
years old,
disingenuous or has lied about things along the way,
on,
or has tried to, you know, stretch the truth in
That's
ways
how
that are
y'all doing
beneficial
it,
to
EDP
her.
and
As she
JiDion,
admits
man.
in the documentary,
Y'all crew?
she is a self-proclaimed opportunist.
Y'all
Am I an
crew,
opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not harming anybody. And I don't think I was harming anybody. And especially when you're my age, if you're 16, people are going to think that you're young and dumb. So you kind of have to be an opportunist. You have to make your own opportunities. You cannot be waiting for them. But this entire situation was not that at all.
Very curious to hear any of your guys' thoughts about
Oh,
Kayla,
point,
her
bro.
timeline of events and what had happened. But to kind of bring a main point that I wanted to make to fruition
no,
here, I want to show you
this-
this clip that came from
this
Skeeter
this
G, which is
situation
this
is
person
weird,
that JiDion was working with in tandem to make this, you know, sting happen. And this is what he said in regard to being asked
Hold on, this the clip, JiDion friend. Hold on.
if there was anything
talking
that
about
him and
some
JiDion could have
situation.
done
It's
better
weird,
to have
man.
potentially had this whole
talking
ordeal
about real
result in EDP actually facing consequences like prison.
I think there
Hold on, yeah.
possibly maybe could have been different results in this case if me and JiDion did not confront EDP or take the situation into our hands at all. That's a hard maybe though, and you know, that way obviously there's no content there, so it's like
He closes out that thought with, yeah, probably could have done stuff better, but
like
there
what?
wouldn't have been content. I don't think that JiDion
what
was
does that
doing
have to
this
do with
for
it?
the sake of actually putting anyone behind
So
them.
I guess everything is just about content, man. I guess Tyler was right. Yeah, I think Tyler was right about it's just content, man. Or what, man? Cause like, bro, everybody doing everything for content, man. These niggas will do anything just for some money, bro. No, that's not what you're supposed to do, bro. Hey, they out here selling their life for that
Bars
money,
that
man.
are potentially harming children. To go back to the message that was sent by the moderator here saying Kayla apparently sent messages to EDP first, all that, and then following up towards the bottom here, he says that she basically begged us to let her be a decoy for a video for clout. I think the reason that I'm so confident with JiDion just doing this for the sake of making content is the fact that him and his team or whoever's included in that placated Kayla, allowed Kayla to be this effective decoy, except not a decoy, a literal minor. They let her engage
That is crazy,
with EDP, use that to, you know, get their information.
A
and got all
minor,
this
bro, a
together
minor, y'all.
to try
Hey,
to get
chat.
this sting and this huge, you know, oh my
That's
gosh,
what JiDion
we're getting
doing.
EDP445, you know,
Hey, it's
that
JiDion,
guy, we're
it's
going to
not
get a
EDP.
video
Hey, it's EDP
catching
too.
him. It seems like the option to say no to Kayla hadn't ever crossed their mind. He's in calls talking to her saying like, make sure, you know, I hope you're okay. You know, if you need to block him, but they're still engaging with EDP and she's receiving nude photos from the guy. And all the while here, he's focused on the sting. He's not focused on this girl who is now being subject to this, and their claim is the same argument.
Yeah, he focused on the content and he doesn't care about the little girl, man. I feel like he's weird as EDP, man. Yeah. How y'all feel about JiDion, though, man? I feel like he as weird as EDP, though. 'Cause he set all this up and he encouraged him to her to do it. Hey, he making all these videos about these predators and now he trying to quit YouTube? Nah.
Argument that EDP is making in the documentary.
you got
Well, isn't she
canceled.
also responsible for her actions here? Isn't the victim
Is
here
he
also
canceled or
to
no?
blame because they're also, you know, engaging back with me? Just because
Hey, is he canceled or no, y'all? How's y'all feeling about that? Y'all want to cancel JiDion or what, man? Y'all think they gonna cancel JiDion or what, man? Let me know, man. Keep suggesting them videos, though. What videos I want us to react to, man? Hey, this shit was crazy. This seemed like a horror type story. Like, this shit was scary. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know JiDion was on that type of timing. Like, hey. Let me know if y'all fuck with the video, though, hey. Let me know if y'all mess with the new videos and shit, man. Hey, keep throwing the videos out there. Hey, sub up if you're new, though. Like, comment, and sub. You already know. Turn on them post notifications so you know when I drop.